go?
I am good to go.
Ye-
Also, again, reminder: swap spells if needed.
Was that swap spells?
For those of us that can, which is 3 of us.
Hello, I'm one of them.
Just the 3 of us.
Okay. Then let's get started. Who would like to remind us what happened last week?
We fought a thing.
We started by chasing. I guess he wasn't invisible, was he? I don't actually know.
I think they weren't invisible, just very fast.
Yeah, I think he pooped. No, poofed.
Everybody pooped.
What kind of creature has a teleportation 60 feet as a cantrip?
The plot one.
Zoe?
Hey,
Well, it's not as a cantrip. It's
That little devil cast it like 50 times.
Like I said, plot spell.
there are some creatures that come with a non-castable spell teleportability.
And then, in the process of looking for him, or both of them, I guess, we came across the source of the random silence bubbles that had been floating around, and a fight ensued.
In a tomb full of overly large bones.
The bones.
And we fought the silence, and an NPC died, and we were all sad.
I mean, several of us almost died.
Yeah.
Kara's dreams came true.
Yeah, that's true.
After that, in the aftermath, the cultists tried to steal back the helmet of the silence. That apparently that's what they were looking for originally. Per did an awesome chase, and we all feared that he was gonna die. And I was assuming new character next week, but he put it off. I think he killed the cultist.
Yes.
Yeah, he killed the cultist.
He killed the cultist and actually got an intimidation check off.
Yes, and the devil ran away, and we got the helmet, and we all regroup on this room to rest.
And we also unlocked the chest, and it's got some poison wings in it.
Poison wings.
Which we are going to attempt to cleanse.
We were going to deal with it in the morning, together with how the hell do we get out of the IC light problem thingy.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to do a prayer.
And Amma level up.
Amma didn't level up. Amma's
Weapon.
bow leveled up.
Yeah.
Potato.
Miss, the one thing you sent me, was that the only clarification you wanted?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so. It was the only thing I was uncertain on.
Okay. All right. So you have all woken up from your long rest, still underwater, still in the dark. Meralda's body floats silently in the corner of the room. As Cathana has alluded to, you may choose prepared spells for this next day. And as you are all starting to prepare to leave, is there anything else you wish to do before departing this space?
I cast 3 dark visions to me, German, and Pert.
Okay, those are the ones that Because didn't you renew dark vision before you guys slept? Or no, you renewed water breathing before you
Yeah.
slept.
Yes.
That's a ritual.
Okay.
And oddly enough, dark vision, not a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
So-
very important to continue breathing underwater.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. So that still covers everyone, right?
Yes.
I believe
Okay.
yes.
I was gonna pray last night. I don't know if anything comes of that.
I think we
Nope.
didn't? Okay.
Nope.
Sure, we can rewind back a little bit to the long rest.
So just at night,
Mhm.
if we do watches or something, he just takes a few moments to pray and he's just looking for guidance and to just see if they're listening. Because they have been quiet and I guess he's just kind of questioning and wanting answers.
Make a wisdom check.
Okay.
Yeah, the feelings that you were getting before seem to have died down.
So one could interpret that as I'm done here. Like that
Yeah,
sense
you
of
could.
anticipation is
Mhm.
gone,
Yeah.
or urgency. Okay. One day I'll roll above a 12 in a wisdom check.
Mhm.
All right. So morning, I guess.
Yeah.
Good morning. How the hell do I make my morning mushroom stew here?
It's
Um,
just more water.
Mushroom for everyone.
So we need to figure out about those spirits.
Oh yeah, everybody make me a Constitution saving throw.
Even if we've already failed?
Figure it out.
No. So Rizwan and Pert are exempt.
Hey, I failed.
Did I fail before? I don't remember.
I'm assuming I failed.
Rizwan and Pert are the only ones that are exempt.
I'm gonna grab the +5 of Kamel because it's my turn.
I like the 6 and 9.
Nice.
I will make one for
So
NPC.
13 for fire.
Is 13 enough?
Oh.
We will find out soon, TM.
Oh, lovely rolls.
And we're just missing Jermon. Okay. Please continue.
Do we want to continue to explore, see if we can find anything more about these spirits that are down here? We should also, you wanted some of us to check out that thing you found, right, Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I have a few things I can try.
Same.
At last attempt, we have Zoe who can try and remove magic.
I have, I mean, I can try to cleanse poison,
I have
and I can also remove curses.
I have protection for poison prepared and dispel magic. And I could try a greater restoration if we feel punchy.
Mm.
Oh no, we don't. I don't have the components.
Well, I'll go attempt it first. So I will.
We're all going, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's better.
I have a really dumb question, Jamie, that I'm pretty sure you're just going to say, try and find out. But what would happen if I tried to cast Fly underwater?
I think nothing.
Yeah, because you're underwater. You cannot fly while underwater.
You will get a flight speed, and you need a swimming speed.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, I don't remember if last night I did. I remember I tried to do the enchanting. I didn't know if it worked.
I don't think any of your components or the thing that you're working on would be hurt by water. So, like, I don't see why not.
Okay, then I'll mark a day.
There needs to be a version of Fly for swim speed.
Mm. But yeah, like
See-
I'm just envisioning. Sorry, I need to get this slide out of my head. A pigeon underwater, just going the fuck.
I mean, we did fought some birds.
Yeah, but those are like penguins.
Sorry, go
See,
ahead, Ty.
a pigeon flies through physics. The fly spell is magic. I could see it being like, you cast a fly speed, you travel straight up for 10 minutes.
And then crash into the ice and die.
Now that's what happened when you try to walk on water.
Alright, so we're going to that other room. Oh, we also have those two cultists we should probably, bring with us.
If they're still
Oh
there.
shit! Did I? Oh no! Oh no!
They had magic items that allowed them to breathe.
Oh, okay. Oh
For
my
how
god.
long?
Oh my god.
Let's go see if there's corpses.
Felt so bad for a second there.
Okay, order operations. What do we want to do?
I mean, it's on the way.
We should probably check them first.
Okay, we'll check them first.
Do we have to?
We should.
I mean, if we're going to kill them, let's just kill them. Let's not let them drown.
I would prefer to get information from them and take them to the authorities.
Yeah.
Okay. Pert, please make me an intelligence check before you go.
Raw?
I think that's enough. You are able to remember that there was you have a little beetle bot that you were worried about.
Right, the ones in the glass vial. Any update on them?
You pull out your glass vial. It is still intact. Did you get one or two?
I think I had two. Let me just check.
Okay.
I have it on my sheet here.
I'm pretty sure you had two.
3.
Three. Okay.
Jar of 3 robots.
So it is still intact, but you do, as you kind of shift the vial around, you do notice that there's some like chips out of it, some little tiny cracks.
Does it seem to affect their behavior when I shift it towards or away from myself or anyone else in the party?
Did you leave your demon head?
I mean, it's
You-
not my...
No, you threw it out the window.
Now Zoe
Zoe
fixed it.
patched it.
I patched it.
You threw something out the window, though. What was it?
He was gonna throw it out the window.
Before Zoe patched
Oh,
it.
okay.
They seem like they are trying to like make their way towards you.
Don't worry, little ones. We will talk later when we have time. And I think Pert basically just does a very basic test by wrapping the vial in a thicker cloth to see whether being able to, finger quotes, see affects them being able to find where they'd done damage before or not.
What are you trying to do?
Pert things?
I'm blinding them
Yeah?
by wrapping the jar in cloth so that they can't find the spots they've already damaged before.
Okay.
I know it's silly, but because I can't exactly pour wax
Yeah.
or something into the jar right now, so I guess I could stuff a cloth in there to force them to not be able to move as much, but I think that's it for now, is all I can really do.
Okay.
When we get to the surface, if I'm not losing my mind, there's going to be wax.
I have an idea, Jamie. A wild idea. Give me a second. Mouse.
Sansa, mouse.
So if I cast Water Walk on the little dudes, do they get stuck in the lead and they cannot move?
Wow. Can you link the spell, please?
Willing creatures.
Willing creatures.
It was a good idea.
I mean,
okay.
it's not a bad idea.
It does have a spell save DC, although it does say explicitly
It says willing creatures.
I'm gonna try it like during the break or something. It's a ritual, so
Okay. So you'll try it later?
no, I try it right now.
Oh, you try it right now? Okay. They are not willing.
Oh man,
Yeah, sorry.
tried.
Pert still appreciates the effort. And, I might just end up having to jam a chunk of cloth into the tube to prevent them from doing any more damage. But if we can get to the surface, I can pour wax in, and at least that'll stop them.
Well, let's focus on maybe figuring out how we can get back to the surface without dying before we consider anything else.
We can do both. Onwards.
Alright, onwards. You swim back up the giant hole with the staircase around it. Going back the way you came, towards where the cultists you left, and the box with the wings. When you get to the place where you're pretty sure the cultists are supposed to be, you do not see them.
They're cut ropes or anything?
Make a perception check. Yes, indeed. There is the big wooden, like the big bar that they had been trying to bar the door with, lying on the ground, and some cut ropes.
Crap. Well, can't do anything about it now.
It seems like the only thing they were here for was the hat.
Which is
Best
securely
we-
in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Best we can hope for is that they follow nature's way and they are the lunch of Pert's friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
to be honest, it looked like only one of them had magic, right?
I mean,
Might
that,
not be able to get back to the surface.
who knows?
Nothing we can do about it now.
Let's take a look at those wings that were found. And then
Okay.
we need to figure something else out.
This map. You come back to the room with the door, with the chest, kind of a corner of it, still hanging out the window. Closed once again.
I will approach the chest.
I guess
It is
everyone.
it is a chest.
I guess everyone else would stay a ways behind.
Yeah, so I'll open it up, reach out, take a look at the wings. And I'll start off by using lay on hands to cleanse poison.
Zoe has her maracas out,
Okay.
which probably sound really slushy.
Mm-hmm.
Slush.
So I will expend 5 points of lay on hands for that. See if it does
Okay.
anything.
Make an Arcana check.
We're gonna let Zoe make the Arcana check since she's the one doing the thing.
Yeah,
Or do you
sure.
want me to make it?
You make it because Zoe has to take the time to cast her ritual. You feel pretty confident that your lay on hands did not do anything.
Okay, I'll wait until Zoe finishes her ritual before I try level 2.
10 minutes go by. Zoe, you finish your ritual.
And it all looks the same to Zoe?
Yep.
Is the room floating with little black things, or?
Make a perception check. Nope.
I'm just waiting for Zoe to give the go-ahead to try something else.
Yeah, they look the same.
They're poisoned. It's a condition. That's my guess on it.
Zoe, you watch with your detect magic. Camille casts this spell. And as it ends, the wings remain just as they were before.
Put me in, coach.
I have one more spell if you want me to try it. What spell were you going to use?
Protection from poison.
Okay, go ahead.
It says that I can neutralize a poison. That I know is present.
Can you link the spell card, please?
It's there.
Oh, it is. Derp. Okay. Zoe, make an Arcana check. So this does seem to do something. With that Arcana, you take a minute to examine the wings, and you're pretty sure that this didn't... Like, there's still some weird dark patches. You get the sense that it didn't completely get rid of the poison, it's suppressing it.
If it matters to you, Jamie, it was a 3rd level spells. It doesn't do anything in the card for it, but if you
Okay.
want to
Yeah.
do something with it.
So that kind of worked, but I don't think it's cured.
Do you want me to try removing it as a curse?
That could work. If not, we could take them, and if we get the resources, I could do a greater restoration on it another day.
I'm just worried about us carrying around an airborne poison.
We need to tightly pack it.
With that 19 Arcana, Zoe, you're pretty sure, like, if this protection from poison spell is doing something, then it is, like, it's a poison, it's not necessarily a curse. So you're not sure, like, there's maybe a chance that it could work, but not necessarily. You think that it is more likely that whatever is causing this issue is just a lot stronger than these low-level spells can handle.
I think we need more power, not different magic. Like, we're on the right track, probably?
Would there be a way to pack this effectively to prevent the poison from leaking out?
I point at the chest.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if there's something we can do that's not as bulky.
We haven't invented plastic yet, so I wouldn't trust any cloth.
Can I investigate the chest by picking it up and etc., see how difficult it would be to carry?
Sure. Does anybody remember how much I said this thing weighs last week? It's a
You didn't.
lot.
I think you said 150, but I can't be
I was
sure.
going to say, I believe you said 150-ish. And
Those
Nichols was like,
those
"Oh."
were the pauldrons and sword from the Silence, not these. So I don't know if they're on the same scale as those either, or if they're human-shaped.
No, I definitely remember she mentioned a weight about it, and Nibbles was like, oh, that's fine then, because Pert was about to just carry it.
Yeah, that was maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Again, I could be confused, but I thought that was the stuff from last week, but I could be wrong.
No, it was definitely about the chest, because Pert was definitely about to carry it.
Could be both, but anyway.
It is, like, it's not... You're probably gonna need 2 people to carry it. And also, like, it's gonna be that much harder to carry it as you're swimming yourself back up to the surface.
Jamie,
Uh-huh.
so this is the thing. I have noted here in my item list that I have components for 1 greater restoration left.
Mm-hmm.
This could be either I got enough for 2 when Rizwin when we were parted, and I used 1 for Rizwin the day I wasn't here, or I had just 1 and I didn't mark it down. I honestly don't remember.
I can say I definitely didn't mark any components off.
I feel like I did
I
it
forgot to
afterwards,
do that.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I seem to recall it's because it's diamonds, right?
Diamond
Mhm.
dust.
Yes.
Diamond
Yes.
dust.
I think you had to.
I'm
Because
gonna look.
we have actively been searching for diamonds for more advice for Zoe and I.
We got almost nothing, but the person who was in Marata, no, Carcamont. The person who was in Carcamont dealing with us. He gave me a lot of it, but I don't remember.
They did, but I'm not sure. And it's tough because it was the Greater Restoration was used on Rizum, but it was the week you weren't here, so it's kind of murky.
What do we do, Jamie?
I also don't remember, and this isn't in my notes because it wasn't a thing that I planned for. During break, I can re-listen to the recordings and see.
Okay. The thing is, if I have it, I could try Greater Restoration now. It's a 5th level spells that deal with poison. I'm sure it's gonna work, and we don't need to deal with the whole coffin.
I'm going to propose something. I'm willing to accept a monetary penalty if we're wrong of a significant portion more than the cost of the spell components. I'm just throwing that out there as an idea.
That's an idea.
That we have it, but we paid a premium for it because of reasons. Like I'm willing to it's like 3 times the amount.
And it's not a reference for doing this a lot later. It's just that honestly, I don't remember if I mark it down or not.
Yeah, it just because you didn't happen to be here that week. That's
Because let's be honest, we don't spend our cash on much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good way. It's also a good way to get cash out of our pockets. I'll leave it with you. I'll let you mull it over, however long you want. I'm just throwing it out into the universe. If you decide not to, that's totally valid.
What, Kwasa, what else did I give you? Or what else did Elsid find you?
Scrying things.
Yes, it gave me the plate for scrying. It gave me diamond dust, and I also asked for agates, but he couldn't find any on that short notice.
Did you have some diamond dust already?
Yes, I had 0.3 before.
Okay, then maybe you do have one left because I feel like I kind of suspect that I gave you 1.5.
1.5. No, that wouldn't work.
No.
You should have given me 1 or 2 for 1 or 2 charges because I had 0.3. That I remember.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, it would have either been because if you have an even number marked down, it would have been 0.7 or 1.7 that you got.
I'm sorry, guys. I need a couple minutes to look something up.
Take your time.
There's anything y'all want to talk about, discuss future plans?
How about we discuss in the meantime ideas of how to be alive after the lake? Did anyone?
Zoe can get us out of here.
Well, because we're infected
Nobody's
with the light thing, right?
I thought the problem was getting back through it.
No, the problem is if we get anywhere near light, potentially people are going to start crystallizing and dying.
Yeah, we can
And also, we can't leave Gargamut yet. I have things to do here.
we can.
As this,
Sorry, Ty, go ahead. We can just swim up, and there is the ice, and we can either melt it or dispel it, and we're gonna come outside, and that part's no issue. The problem is when we get into the light, the people who is corrupted by the thing is gonna start freezing to death. I don't. What did someone do something to remove it from someone else at some point? Was it
yeah, Zoe did.
dispel magic?
Yeah. What we can do is kind of float there, wait till it's dark, get out of the water, and then remove it.
Well, that's a good idea. Leave at night.
That's a very good idea. Doing it at night. And I have prepared dispel magic, and between the two of us plus Kamal, I think we have enough for everyone.
But we were also warned going through that last little bit is going to be rough.
What? Of light?
We were told that at the surface level of the like between the surface level of the water and like that last little bit, we're likely to get reinfected.
I get you.
So basically, we kind of need to get out of the water, then remove it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think leaving at night solves that.
I think it's a very good idea. I only hate it because it means we need to spend all day here.
Ah, Ty's an idiot.
Hmm?
Ty can cast darkness.
Oh, clutch.
How long does that last?
It is only 120 feet.
Are you able to see?
Yeah. Everybody's seen yours, Zoe.
Are you able to see on your darkness?
No.
It lasts 10 minutes.
Nibbles is getting a phone call.
On the plus side, the darkness would mean that we wouldn't be suffering from the moon causing us to crystallize.
Yeah.
I still think there might be an answer down here.
Well, okay, here's a question. If Zoe uses darkness, Zoe can only cast...
Nope.
No?
Darkness is a tiefling ability.
Oh, so you could still cast Dispel Magic 3 times then.
Mm-hmm.
And I have still 7 shots of Dispel Magic left.
Okay, so that would cover everybody then. Yeah. Well, no, actually. Darkness doesn't move with you, does it?
Nope.
Darkness is on me.
You cast it on a point in the space or onto something, aka a person. And if it's on something that moves, it will move with it.
Right, because remember, Pert started getting affected well below the surface, so...
Given Pert's experience, I will, he can absolutely kind of work this out. It is progressive, so a little bit of light you're going to feel a little bit. If you get, the close or the more light you experience, the harder it's going to be to deal with.
So, with Pert's knowledge of that, how bad would moonlight be?
Probably not that bad. Hey, Jamie.
How full the moon is, too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do we feel something when we do the con check?
No, you feel nothing.
To make to have an idea of how quickly we need to roll? Because I'm thinking like maybe it's just we may be doing a lot of things for just casting the spell magic. Everyone go go go, and that's it.
Yeah, like our characters, like so as players, we know we've been making con checks. Our characters have no idea we've been making con checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We just have the idea because Pert got affected. I think a couple of us felt a
Jermon
certain
got
way about
affected.
the light that we were near earlier.
Mhm.
Yes.
We found the cultist.
Zoe has detect magic up and knows what this looks like.
Yes, you did manage to detect it. I'm so sorry, I forgot about that. You did manage to detect it in Pert Germon before you noticed them having those effects.
Well, maybe
Zoe
then
does know what it feels like.
Should Zoe give us all a once over?
Yeah. So Zoe, you can feel it in yourself. Rizwin, Pert, Camille, Fire, and Meralda.
Wait. Oh. Even though she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone has it. Well,
Except
pretty
for
much everyone.
Yeah, everyone except for Amma, Melis, and Germon.
And Kara.
And Kara. Thank you. I assume that Kara was near you when you made the save, so I gave her the +5.
Mm-hmm.
Pert suddenly has a black wig on and says, I feel nothing. Sorry,
And
when you said you feel nothing, I couldn't help it.
And we're positive that the dispel cured Drummond.
Yes,
I don't
and
feel
Pert.
it now.
Okay, so Pert is cured right now.
Well, you cast Dispel Magic on Drummond and Pert after going through the throne room, and they seemed to get better.
Okay, so looking at them now, does Zoe see that they're infected?
Pert is, Drummond is not.
So Pert got reinfected potentially.
Yes.
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay, then I think the wisest move, given what we know, we approach the surface when it's dark, because the moonlight's probably not going to hurt us too much, and we do it then. And if it gets bad as we're approaching, then you cast darkness.
I think it's safer that way because total darkness of spell darkness, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get away of the normal lake in total darkness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
I was gonna actually say, Jamie, is Amelis's little friends still hanging around?
They seem to have made themselves a home, both on Amelis's bow and Melis's fur.
Do we all see that?
No.
And there's nothing else that Amelis is able to determine from these spirits that could lead to anything other than the fact that they're just spiritual parasites, for lack of a better term.
Emma did see some. Emma, you did see some like little glints in the water, especially in the throne room. They're very, whatever it is very, very small.
Okay.
This is a tangent again, but it's still possibly related. Amma, did you and these spirits ever try talking about, and Pert pulls out the ink. The captured vial.
I mean, that... Okay.
Do you need a minute to think about that, Jamie, or...?
No, I mean, the spirits don't talk.
No, I know, but... I can't make Mist say words, so
I was. My dad came in to give me something, so I also missed what was being said.
okay. Pert had a realization that you've been mentioning that you have spirits around, so he asked whether or not the spirits had indicated anything about stuff like the goo. And then he pulled out the goo to try to help highlight that in case the spirits reacted in front of Amlis about the goo.
Yeah, I don't know if this. Do the spirits do anything?
You do not see any change in their demeanor or behavior.
Yeah, the spirits just exist.
Well, at least they're chill.
They're friends.
Zoe, please make me an intelligence check, or another Arcana check. Or perhaps Fire, you can also make an intelligence check.
Ah, my specialty.
Mm-hmm.
Your
That's not
speciality.
bad. That's okay.
My headset just cut out for a minute. What did I miss?
Can you please make me another Arcana check? Okay. I mean, it makes sense that Fire would realize this one, Zoe wouldn't, because this is Fire's spell. Greater Restoration is specifically on a creature.
Well, all of the things that we have tried are on a creature.
Oh, are they?
Except for remove curse, yeah.
Even
Protection from poison too. Yep.
it is tough to. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I gave you that one by accident then. This is not a creature. You're also not, like... It is tough to know if this, like, even if this was a creature, it'd be tough to know if it would work anyways. Whether the spell would be powerful enough. Like, if this is... like the wings of some sort of celestial being, if your magic would necessarily even be compatible.
We can always go for the mayhem round and cast the spell magic and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough to... You are unsure if it's going to work or not. It may be a fuck around and find out situation where there's just no way to know until you try.
So he kind of want to fuck around and find out. I'm resistant to the idea of taking this out of this here. I don't want to cause us to bring a plague up from this area.
Yeah, I think this is a thing that we should resolve or leave down here.
What if we do a try of the spell magic? I think Zoe would be the best because she can recuperate them.
Yeah.
And
Hers are also naturally at level 5.
And if they work, they work. If it's not, by wings.
Yeah, we leave them for future researchers to find.
Make me a spellcasting check, Zoe.
No.
That means it's higher than level 5.
Okay.
Is it higher than level 9?
And also, please make me a perception check. Okay. You take a minute to prepare yourself. You cast Dispel Magic, trying to focus as best you can. And your spell touches the wings and fails. And you feel like you did you were really into it. You did a pretty good job, and it still failed.
Zoe shuts the lid on the box and just walks away. Nope. Not dealing with that. Nope, we cannot deal with that.
All right.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
All
Zoe
right.
is utterly scared of magic that's that powerful.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do? Explore down here still? We could spend days down here, but I think we stopped them from doing what they were doing, and we should return to the city.
I think the safest is to wait until night. Like when it's twilight, to start approaching the surface. Because starting in the dark from here, it's gonna be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we have a sense of what time of day it even is?
How long was
Survival?
I asleep for?
8 hours.
Until you're rested. This is not the PHP.
Then Pert's gonna extrapolate and say it's probably X time.
You would suspect that it is very close to dawn right now.
Shit.
All right. Well, then I guess we do another bit of exploring down here, and then go up at night.
Okay, so you're gonna, take the day, poke around.
Yeah, I think Kamil's interested enough in the ruins and what it means for his people, probably Kara too, that exploring might be a good idea.
Swim around, talk about shit and whatnot.
Pert's
Jamie,
going-
why did you make it so we couldn't just straight leave?
Pert's going to-
What? What?
I know what type of person Zoe is. She's gonna go back and try it again.
I mean, you could try it all day. Cast, sleep. Cast.
Pert's
It's not
going-
sleep. It's put her feet up for an hour and read a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounded better, okay?
Sorry, David?
Pert's going to spend the day fruitlessly attempting to archive things while also not being able to record what he's attempting to archive. And getting progressively more frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jamie, I assume this is gonna be like a more like that we do, and we are not dungeon crawling the ruins. Just killing a day.
Yeah. There is still... I'm not gonna say that there isn't shit here that might get you into trouble. But the day is mostly gonna be you tell me what you did.
Step one, Zoe has tons of time to waste now. So everybody just keeps getting Dispel Magic to remove whatever's on them.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have to do that again at the surface anyway.
Yes, but I'd like to get it off now in case we run into some light source.
Fair enough.
Let's take a quick pee break here, and then when we come back, I'll get everybody to tell me what they're doing.
Okay.
Ye-
Time to get some pizza.
Ooh, fax some over here.
I'm sorry. Will you?
Can you Venmo me a pizza?
IP pizza over IP.
Hmm.
PIP?
POIP.
It's basil, chicken, and bacon.
Mm.
The problem with this pizza is I asked for cream instead of tomato sauce. They forgot to put the cream, but didn't forget to not put the sauce.
Oh, that's just dry.
It's dry AF.
Hmm.
That sucks.
10 out of 10. Would to go to drive-in to see.
I'm gonna use a break. I'll be right back.
Can you explain me Moon Knight, Ty?
It's Sailor Moon.
But why it's from Marvel?
I don't know. People wanted to make a movie.
It's Sailor Moon with DID, basically.
But is it original for Marvel Comics, right?
Yes.
What, like, who is the famous character that's related to Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
But
I think it's a pretty niche property, right?
He's basically Batman with multiple personality disorder.
I know absolutely nothing about it, but I saw the trailer and it looks dope.
Yep.
I know nothing about it except the fact that he's holding the moon wand.
yeah, that's Sailor Moon AF.
My brother had like 20-ish issues of the comic back in the early 90s, so I'm kind of hyped.
Did they ever encounter like Spider-Man or Iron Man or?
Yeah. He's B tier. Like Daredevil level.
He's one of those characters that got too many crossover events during his popular 90s run, which meant that he got to cameo in everyone's comic. So that was nice for, experiencing other characters to try to get interested in.
I'm going to remind people that Iron Man is B tier.
Yeah, before the
Started
movie.
out B tier.
Yeah, the movies made him not B tier. He was B tier beforehand, which means there's nothing wrong with B tier.
No.
A YouTuber I just recently started watching.
Oh,
quite a
that
bit-
guy.
Quite a bit about how Moon Knight got a lot more of experimental stuff done with the character because it was a lower selling comic.
I'm just hoping they do due diligence and deference to a character with a real mental health disorder.
Yeah,
I've-
apparently the more recent comics have been addressing that a lot.
I feel like he has been. I have seen him with the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
And Spider-Man, I think. Also, Murdoch is coming up. No, not Murdoch. The vampire,
Oh, Morbius.
Morbius. Yes.
We'll see. I don't know what they're going to be doing with the whole Sony version of their MCU.
Also, Legend of Vox Machina comes out next week.
I won't be here.
What?
Do we have a Nibbles here?
No, he went to the washroom, I think.
So, the first campaign of Critical Role, they're making an animated series of it. It comes. The first 3 episodes, I think, drop on the 29th.
Is it?
Well,
Hmm?
I mean, at least people can finally actually experience what the first 3 seasons or the first couple episodes were supposed to be. considering they were never actually released. Well, they were released as a comic book, but whatever.
It's
Yeah,
not. Sorry, go ahead.
That's the question I've been trying to say. Is it pre-YouTube campaign? It's the start for the YouTube campaign, or what?
So my understanding is the first 2 episodes are like a setup thing that is like anime only, and then it hops into the Briarwood arc.
Bridewood already.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that there's gonna be some differences and some condensing, just like there is in any visual medium.
Yeah. And they have David Tennant playing someone.
Except for anime, where they, instead of condensing, elongate everything.
Was the Brightwoods before or after the Five Dragons?
Before.
Yeah, you're
If you
right.
Yeah,
think
before.
anime extrapolates everything, you don't read enough manga.
Well, it depends. It honestly does both. Because it makes up entire tournament arcs just to fill airtime until there is more.
Oh, well,
manga
filler
to come
doesn't
off.
count.
Yeah, filler doesn't count.
Is it? Doesn't?
Nope.
When
Filler is there for the writers to write more at manga. That's why Naruto was famous for having massive amounts of filler, because they kept eating up arcs and would end up basically having to put the show on hiatus otherwise.
I remember the 100 filler episodes of Naruto.
I will be right back.
I will
I
also
didn't-
be right back. I hear my kettle boiling.
I need the pirate nibbles.
I'm sorry, now I just have the Pirates of the Caribbean theme going behind my head while I hear Nibbles go, I'm back.
Yo ho, etc.
My Wednesday movie night, I started doing Pat Labor as one of the shows we're working through.
Bad labor?
Yep. It's a late 80s, early 90s
I know it.
mecha.
I know it.
It's a bit interesting because we've been mostly doing more fun fantasy stuff. So Pat Labor is a very heavy shift into the more, I won't say gritty, but at least, comedy / serious.
Is it? Okay, you're saying labor. I say Pat labor. Is it? Am I wrong? Are you wrong? Is it the original thing?
I don't think
It's labor because they were originally used for labor.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's just a pronunciation difference. It's the exact same word.
Yes, it is exactly that.
It could be because of a different dub version. Welcome back.
Yeah. It's a portmanteau of patrol and labor. So it's Pat labor.
Nibbles.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get Vox Machina on Plex?
Not for another week.
But when we can we?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's already added to the auto.
As I'm sure is Picard.
Actually, no, Picard is not turned on.
Die!
I did want to thank you, Nibbles, for adding Girls Last Tour. It was one that my friend that I do the Wednesday streams with was like, can you look into getting that? And I was like, sure, I'll look into it. And then before I even tried looking, I noticed you'd added it to the Plex.
I don't remember downloading that one, so it's probably one that came with the stuff Ty gave me.
It's pretty new, I believe, so.
Is there anything good that anime-wise that came out this season?
Everyone is gushing about the final season of Shingeki no Kyojin.
I
know.
I never really got into it, unfortunately. I know it's supposed to be good, but
yeah, the same. Ty!
More headset problems?
No, I switched internet connections.
Is your internet back?
Well, I mean, it's my unlimited internet, and I was fixing it while we were playing. So it's just I had to. I knew it was going to take time to get it to work again, and I didn't want to delay
Yeah,
start of
I appreciate that. Okay, I think everybody's
anymore.
back.
Hmm.
Mist, you still here? Okay. So Ty, you said that Zoe's gonna do a bunch of dispel magics.
Yep.
How many and on whom?
Everyone and everyone. Well, everybody who she thinks has it, including herself. So she'd probably start with herself,
Okay.
and then take a break and tell people to come back in an hour,
Okay.
and then take a break and tell people to come back in another hour.
What do you do with all of this downtime?
I don't know. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Oh, I know what she's doing.
I have an idea, but I'm sorry I jump in. Ty, do you want to finish your idea? Sorry.
She's probably talking with both Quinn and oh God, why can I never remember her name?
Vanya?
Vanya?
Yes, about these weird wings and what she should do and why she has this urge to keep trying.
So I think Pert pops in at some point while that's going on and asks you if you and Vanya could assist him in archiving any of the information he's collecting.
And Zoe again explains 25 words at a time.
It's still archived. I can just see in the middle of your tweet to Vanya, all of a sudden there being... And by the way, the white stone is actually not marble, but instead... And just Pert rambling on until you tell him to shut up or throw a brick at him.
Zoe has to write it.
Exactly.
I think it's like 3 times, then she just like ignores it and just lets Pert talk without actually archiving it.
The problem is that they get it in their head and then they need to write it down. I think it will be very exhausting for them.
Yes, and I think Pert's a little too in his own head to realize how much of a burden he is until she throws a brick at him.
See, Zoe's not the type to just randomly throw a brick at her friend. She is the type just to ignore what he's saying and go back to her conversation with a friend.
So after like you spend some time talking to Vanya and Quinn, Quinn lets you know that everything's good. The Platinum Army left, but you probably already knew that.
Does he say that Zoe probably already knew that, or was that you adding it?
That was me.
Okay.
There's been a lot of rebuilding going on in the city. Father's been very busy.
Has Quinn been getting his lessons?
Yeah. Still hasn't told Mom and Dad.
Zoe lets Quinn know that if he needs, she'll be there for him.
He asks how your trip is going.
She describes a watery rune without going into too much detail about why they're there.
Okay.
And it's like, I want to be dry.
Quinn says you should enjoy it while you can. You talk to Vanya. She actually, she says that, Anik told her that if you contacted her, they wish to speak to Camille.
Sorry, Rice. I'm not a messaging service, dang it.
You kind of are, though.
Yeah. I'll get them to dream each other soon.
Just be glad they're not using you as a dating app.
Not convinced they aren't.
Wow.
No.
Vanya says, I don't think it's urgent. It didn't, seem urgent.
Soon, TM. I have no idea how she writes soon TM, but she writes soon TM.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's referred to as superscript.
And how did she hear it?
Soon, TM.
That is her big piece of news. She just asks how it's going, what you've seen.
I think Zoe's a little more open about where she is, why she's there.
Yeah. Vanya thinks it's the coolest fucking thing, and also suggests that you not poke things that are very, very powerfully magical. You know where it is, you can always come back.
She writes out, yeah, I know. And then there's 3 ellipses.
I just assume that in that sense, ellipses are just a verbally.
Mm-hmm.
And as she's going along, she's clearing up people's issues. And also checks to see if anybody's gotten reinfected, including herself, because she started with herself.
Everybody can make me a Constitution saving throw.
Boy.
Damn it.
Emma
Yeah.
and Mela should be at advantage. I forgot to say that last time, but you both passed, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could start to track how quickly people get reinfected.
Who gets the +5?
You guys figure that out. I am just the pillar of Constitution.
Millis is fine.
Probably
Don't-
Kara gets 1.
Don't think Zoe's moving around a lot, so probably is, unless
I just closed all
Camille's
of roll
sticking
20.
around her. But
Camille
he's-
has actively said he's investigating stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with
We'll say
Kara.
only.
Unless they're assisting Pert.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
Pert's by himself.
And Jermon.
Because you're all too slow.
The only person throughout the day of exploring, the only person who seems to get reinfected is Riswin.
God damn it, Risman, stay here with me.
She was.
We need to get out of this hellhole.
That's the plan. So
I sent you a
Just-
message, Jamie, by the way.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, cool.
any stuff from casual exploring people?
I guess like where are you going?
Just
You
in the
sticking in this
area.
building? Okay.
Yes, in the area, like maybe back to the tomb to see if we can figure anything out about the tomb and what those people were. That sort of thing.
Yeah, you can absolutely go back there. Fire, you wanted to do a thing on your exploring?
Yeah, what I sent you. But I don't know if it's gonna be viable. I don't know.
Sometime before we go up to the surface, when everybody's together, Biswin has a thing to do. But
Okay.
that's
I'll
more
resolve this
towards the
first.
end,
Yeah. Hmm.
You can play however you want.
Make a persuasion check.
Hmm? Oh no.
I mean, Kara says like you can come with us.
Yeah, well, fine.
Okay. So Kara, Camille, and Fire.
Okay.
You're going back down the hole to look at where all the bodies were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You all can make perception, insight, history, any kind of check that you would like, that you think might help you understand what is here, or if you're looking for something in particular. Damn it, Kara, you're supposed to be good at this.
Insight.
So, Pert's not with them, but I'm going to roll history as well. I think what he's actually doing is he's trying to archive as much as possible and inventing mnemonics in his own head to try to help him memorize as much as he can so he can write it down when he's dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to roll for Kara, you can.
Nope, she got a natural one. She's got other shit on her mind, I guess.
I could roll religion as well for her if you wanted, but
No, this isn't really, I don't know that religion makes a lot of sense here.
fair enough.
It takes you guys some time just exploring and trying to like fit the pieces together in your mind. The people that lived here seemed to be pretty like okay with the outside world. Like they don't have doors, they don't have windows.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably this space that you're in would be like open air,
Right.
or would have been designed like that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is some sort of like, yeah, like a tomb or place for the dead. Fire, it kind of dawns on you that this might be like composting?
Oh, makes sense. I found that out.
Interesting. So, like a communal, like they just didn't let anything go to waste?
Makes sense. Circle of life. Not all cultures do graveyards or cremation.
Fair enough. I'll make note of it. Um,
I don't know how I feel about this.
how do you mean?
I don't know, just like composting people.
I mean, it's a different culture. Maybe they needed soil because the land they were in didn't have a lot of soil. Who knows?
Also depends a lot on the on how on what way you're doing it. If you do it with respect and out of tradition, it's not as bad. In our home, yeah, we have like burial sites, but they don't last so long because we know bodies get renewed to the earth, and it's a big gift to one's family that relatives get graveyards turned out to be the sprout of a new tree, for example.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, still feels kind of weird.
It's foreign. I think that's the crux of it. I'm just intrigued by the wings and the fact that they're large.
Yeah, these people were like big.
Yeah.
Jamie, would it be a big stretch to assume that maybe if they had wings, their architecture is opened for that purpose? Like, is that a stretch that the character could make versus the player? Basically, I'm
maybe.
meta checking myself, basically.
Yeah. You haven't seen a lot of, like, outside of this floor, you haven't seen a lot of, like, open, like, vertically open floor plans.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But, like, in terms of leaving a room or a home.
It could be.
I mean, he'll throw that theory out there because we've thrown out every single possible theory so far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one would imagine that a culture with wings will do so much verticality, like rooms with things in the walls up and high.
Maybe. It's well beyond my knowledge base, unfortunately.
I mean, the city is, like, pretty tall, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Maybe the wings were something some of them had.
Maybe. Be interesting to see if we can ever get scholars down here.
Somewhere distantly, you hear Pert mutter.
That's not the way of the normal life.
Alright, Pert, you are doing your best to remember as much as you can. Anything in particular that you wanted to check out? Re-examine?
I think because he's got so much more movement speed versus everyone else, he's actually going to try to map the city.
Oh, okay.
And then if there's any obvious, oh, this might be a courthouse, or this might be a, very obvious cultural center, I guess is the word I'm trying to think of, beyond the tomb that everyone else is already in, he would then specifically go to that place.
Okay, this is not something that I have prepared.
It's okay, I know it's a curveball. You can hand wave it now, and if you decide that there's something important you want to give us later.
Okay, let's do that then.
Pert spends the day exploring and mapping the city in his head, and might have some spend time in somewhere else.
Roll me a d20, please.
Sure.
Okay. You come across no hostile creatures. No hostile creatures bigger than, like, a shellfish.
So I don't run into Rizwin.
Speaking of Rosewood,
Yeah.
did you want me to leave you till last?
Yes, please.
Okay. Emma, what do you spend the day doing?
Mm, I'm not sure.
Okay. You sort of wander around.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Looking at all the spirits.
Mm-hmm. You come across like clusters of them, and then some other places you go, there's very few. Every once in a while, you get like a little glint of something, almost like a bit of diamond dust in the water. That you think it might be those ice spirits, but they're so small that you got to be lucky to see them.
I'm gonna make note of that.
Yeah.
I just realized that at some point it would make sense that fire gets tired of swimming at slow speed, so transform into some sort of, let's say, Galapagos turtle
Okay.
and start swimming around faster.
Kara does ask, can you like transform other people into animals or just yourself?
I look back. Yeah, I can. So it's this one for me. It's easy. I can do it whatever. But for other people, it's a spell of medium potency, and we need it for tonight.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would do it, but your brother's gonna scold me. What would you want to be?
Um.
Thinking
I don't know.
thinking any animal, water or not, bird. Nothing
Okay.
like dragon or something.
Oh.
No, sorry.
What about like the sparrow?
Yeah.
Something small and quick?
They're pretty fun. You see everything go slow because you go so fast.
Yeah.
We can try that when we go up, like
Thanks.
tomorrow. Okay, cool.
Okay. I'll hold you to it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The day passes. It is tough to tell time down here. Anybody who's trying to keep track can make me a survival check.
I would suggest when we get what we think is kind of late afternoon, we should probably send someone up halfway or something every hour to check.
You mean Pert?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but I didn't want to volunteer somebody.
I mean, he's the fastest.
Yeah, Pert has swim speed.
It's either fire.
Emma also
has-
has. Yeah, Emma has swim speed.
Does she? Oh, does he? Sorry about that.
Melis, however, does not.
Poor Melis. I don't know how the poor kid is going out. Is dealing with so much water.
I think they're in the soaked cat resigned phase where they're just sort of fuck you, fuck everything.
No, this is distracting himself
Meow.
with spirits.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Hey, Beres, how are you doing?
Rizwan,
Hmm.
so what are you doing for the rest of the first part of the day?
I think unless somebody has something for her, she's probably just staying near Zoe, mostly for protection.
Okay.
Who's
I don't know if like Kara tries to talk to her or anything.
After a few hours, after like Zoe dispels you a second time, you hear something in your head. You hear Rizwan. I don't know how to tell if this is working. It's Xander.
Hmm.
Let me know if you get this.
I assume this is message, and Rizwan would kind of recognize it from the book.
It's sending.
Yeah. She would try to reply the same way she would to Zoe if Zoe was messaging
Okay.
her in the book.
What do you say?
She probably would start off like, "Hello," like all excited, and then like figure it out and start like alming all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
We see the rest, like, see Rizwan at some point out of nowhere perk up, face happy.
And then it looks like she like halfway transforms, but no, actually she's just getting red.
Ruh-roh.
You get another message back that says, I'm really glad it works. This is my last one for the day. I miss you. It's nice to hear you.
She will reply that she missed him as well, and then ramble on for probably way more than 25 words
Yeah.
about what they're currently doing. Like, underwater, exploring Carcamont, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Oh, Xander, I forgot about him.
Yeah, everybody did. Nah, it would be way after the 25 words, but she would have said something like, I have a lot to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he would have gotten that.
All right. So as the day passes, what do you do?
Sansa?
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 She's doing a meow.
Oh.
BB is nudging me in the calf.
So are we like over with the exploring phase and we're like,
Yeah, unless anybody has anything else.
Yeah, I was just filling time and letting people do things that they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once Zoe kind of has everybody cleared up, she's gonna attack this. She's gonna be like, and now I go and do the thing I said I wasn't gonna do, and go and try and remove dispel magic on the wings again.
Okay, make me another spellcasting check.
I think Rizwan is just keeping an eye, like, from a distance,
Mm-hmm.
just in case something happens. She's far back enough that she thinks she won't be affected by the initial thing, but close enough that she feels like she could get there and pull Zoe out.
Okay, make me a perception check to go along with that. Okay. Do you have your detect magic up when you do this?
I feel like Zoe would have done that first. I forgot, but I don't think Zoe would have.
Yeah. I mean, it's a ritual for you, so
Yeah.
there's no material cost to not doing it.
Before you do the description of what happens, would you like Rizwin to make a perception check as well to see if Zoe, I don't know, explodes or passes out or whatever?
You will not be able to see the thing that I'm having Zoe roll
No,
for.
not that thing in particular.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to see if Zoe is affected in any way.
Okay. You can make perception. Okay.
You don't notice when Zoe explodes.
I mean, 12's not bad.
You can see someone explode with that.
Mm-hmm.
You at least feel the pressure wave.
So it does not work. But you are watching a little more closely this time, and you do see something odd. I'm going to message it to you. While Ty is digesting that, did anybody have anything else?
Nope. Let Ty do their thing, and then we'll proceed with the swimming.
I think Pert, at some point in between trips to the surface and finishing exploring, he probably spends too long talking into Kamel's ear about the really neat thing he found in the other building.
Other neat thing?
We're just hand-waving it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He
I
was
just don't remember if
going-
there was an actual thing, or if you're just filling.
You're just
We
you're
don't
just
know.
getting. We're just getting paired.
It may or may not be relevant later. We will find out someday.
I the player don't know what the heck you're talking about, so.
Yeah, no, Chamie wasn't prepared for Pert to go into other buildings.
Oh, okay.
There isn't there's very little left here that would be of obvious importance to you. To sort of figure out any more stuff would require somebody with archaeological training and large leaps of logic.
And no guy, he's just 10,000. He's just 1,000 years in the past.
Yeah.
So in other words, half of Pert and half of the other guy.
Ty?
Good at leaps of logic.
So, do you want me to ask questions here or in?
I think you can ask questions here.
Where does the spell start to fall apart?
Like, just like right above the wings.
Is it like going into the is it going into the chest and then stopping, or is it like the edge of the chest that's stopping?
No, it's going into the chest.
Have we looked around in the chest besides the wings?
You've not.
Oh, this is dumb. So he's gonna look in the chest. Just go
Okay.
rummage around in the chest. I'll also remind you if I find anything I can read any language.
Right. This is an oversight on my part. I should have mentioned this, that the chest is magic. You might have been able to, like, piece that together, but the chest is magic. Make me an investigation check.
Things Zoe's not good at. Everything that isn't talking.
I mean, you have a high int now. That helps.
No, it is info. I was thinking it was not.
Okay. So there is, like, the outside layer that is, like, definitely wood and definitely, like, you can kind of understand how it's, like, reinforced with magic. The inner layer, like, you don't even know what, like, it kind of looks like cloth, but it doesn't really feel like cloth. You're not sure what this is.
Not that she's going to steal it, but is this something Zoe would want to make a dress out of?
It feels a bit, like, slimy. Probably
Okay.
not.
Okay. Alright. Well, I thought it was like some very, very high quality fabric.
No, like, it looks like fabric. You kind of assume that this was, like, when you opened it, it looks like almost like a velvet lined chest, but when you touch the stuff, it doesn't feel like fabric.
And is there
Almost-
anything?
Have
Sorry.
you ever touched, what are those, like, really like hagfish?
No, I've never touched a hagfish.
You ever held
Wait.
like gack or something in your hands, like or oobleck?
Or even just a fish?
Ghostbusters slime.
Yeah, it's not like, it doesn't get all over you when you touch it, but it feels slimy.
Ew.
And is there anything besides the fabric and the wings, or just?
That's it. Well, there is, like, some sort of almost like a rubber around the edge of it, to presumably to make a seal.
No, Zoe needs to not do dumb things. Zoe touches the feathers.
Feathers? Sorry,
They're wings.
they're angel wings. They don't have feathers.
In my brain, angel wings have feathers.
Yeah, they look. They don't. Yeah, they don't have feathers. They look more like wisps.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're
Yeah,
they're
those.
like Tyrion.
Material.
Yeah.
Tyrael.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a better picture.
So if she tries to touch the wisp, does her hand just go through it?
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Zoe's awful at those. See, I told you Zoe's awful at those.
Okay.
Cascade.
So your hand does not go through it. You do touch something. It feels very light, kind of like gossamer. You're just like, you're not like trying to move it or anything, you just touch it.
Yep.
Your hand starts to ache.
Oh, this is bad. Zoe now casts Dispel Magic. Right against it.
Okay.
In Zoe's brain, she's now pushed past whatever it is, even though that's not how this works at all.
Make me another spellcasting check. Whee! You
Blow up.
no. So you, as you touch it and you cast this detect or the dispel magic, you can feel it like actually push into the wings a little bit, just like a few inches, and then it snaps back. And the spell is destroyed. Your hand kind of hurts. Not that much.
And it looks the same to her in her.
When you cast it, you could see it kind of like moving out from your hand into the wings, and that space looked like a little bit cleaner. But looking at it now, it looks like it did before you cast the spell. Like whatever effect you had, it wasn't able to stay.
Zoe looks frustrated, closes the chest, goes back to her sitting spot.
Okay. Take 3 points of damage.
Does Rizwan notice that 3 points of damage?
Nope.
Okay.
Your hand just hurts.
Zoe looks frustrated as she tries to. As she has to wait another hour to attempt it again.
Okay. How many times do you attempt this?
I think she's going to take one more hour shot at it.
Okay.
And this time she's going to cast guidance on herself beforehand. I know technically that doesn't affect spell damage. I'm hoping you let it go away with this time.
Well, you're doing a spell casting check, not a spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's guidance worded?
Spell attack or saving throw. Oh no, ability check. So yeah, it would affect a spellcasting check. Okay, you can roll it again.
Yeah, I've had good rolls on this every time. Zoe casts Detect Magic first.
Uh-huh. Holy moly.
Each time higher.
32!
Okay. Let me think about this for a second.
Jamie forgot how stubborn Zoe can get when it comes to magic and things she doesn't understand.
Zoe dispels God.
Um. Hmm.
400 years in the past, Corwin gets a headache.
I I need a couple minutes to think this through and make sure that I've got everything. I'm not setting a bad precedent. So let's take another quick break here.
I need a pee break and a tea
Okay.
break. I'll be right back.
All right. Back in a couple minutes.
Sounds good.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Welcome back, Jamie. Have you given Sansa treats or something, or are you just giving her scratches?
Are you talking to me?
As far as I know, you're the only one that has a cat called Sansa.
Ah, but I didn't hear the word Sansa. No, she's fine. She's sat somewhere.
Okay, I was just asking if you were using treats or scritches or something to calm her down.
I'm treating myself with pizza.
Pizza.
Ooh.
Who are we waiting on?
Nibbles, I think.
Okay.
I have returned.
Welcome back. Is everybody here?
Here.
Meow.
Meep.
Oh. Do we have mist? Check for mist. Maybe we don't have a mist.
The spirits stole the mist away.
Mist.
Ooh.
This is our quarterly. Miss is not here.
Mm-hmm.
Biannual mist missing.
Mist! Okay, everybody's here. So Zoe, you cast your spell once more. Are you still holding on to the wing when you do this? Ty?
Yeah, she is, because she's a dumbass and it worked better last time.
Okay. So you, stubborn as you are, give this spell everything you've got. And you can feel the magic leaving you and pushing out whatever this is from around you. And it gets harder and harder, and you can see whatever is on this wing is like pushing back at your spell and trying to eat through it. At this point, I'm going to give you a choice. You can keep trying to push your magic to its limit, or you can abort.
Clearly, Zoe has to push more, because that's what she is.
Okay. Whatever is on this wings, it still eats through your spell, but you kind of let it eat little pathways through as your magic keeps going out as far as you can, while the magic that is on the wings races up towards you. As you complete your spell, it encompasses the entirety of the wings, and you see these little dark spots, these little blemishes erased. Whatever was there is gone. But you take 47 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
And a point of exhaustion. But as you kind of sit back on your heels, feeling like you've just run a marathon, your body aches, especially your hands. Your hands are like spasming. But you look down at the wings, and they're clean. You did it.
I think, just to be careful, Zoe looks over herself.
couple of things. Are your clothes magical?
The only thing magical about Zoe's clothing is her. Yeah, is her tiara and her the hand ornament.
Okay. Yeah. Your dress has holes in it. It looks like it's just been worn away, especially the arms. Also, this chest is gone. The wood part is not there anymore. The lining still is. There's just like this gray, like fabricy lining lying on the ground now underneath the wings.
Okay, so Zoe's laying on the wing because she was probably trying to lean on the chest after. Yeah.
I feel like Rizwan has got to notice something's going on by now.
Oh, probably.
I mean, 47 points of damage is a lot.
How distressed does Zoe look?
Zoe looks pleased.
By the description, would you say it's fair to say that she screamed a lot while being in the middle of the casting?
Was she Kamehamehing?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, probably. Ty, roll me an insight. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out if Rizwan is coming in and like tackling Zoe away from these wings or not.
Just reminder: Zoe had detect magic up, so that was part of what Zoe was looking at herself over. Jamie? Zoe has detect magic up. That's part of what she was looking over herself.
Okay. You don't see any lingering effects of magic on you.
And how do these wings look?
Very faintly glowing, beautiful, celestial.
As Rizwan's probably running up to her, she is pulling out her pearl and starts doing the ritual cast of Identify while barely having her eyes open.
Okay. You drop the pearl a couple of times. You just can't, like, your hands are just not working quite right.
So she just can't cast it right now?
No, it takes you a few, like, it just takes you some extra time and some extra care. Briswin, you notice this too.
Yeah, I think at this point she's just kind of hovering worriedly.
Mm-hmm.
You probably hear her whispering, "I did it, Rizwan. I did it.
What did you do?"
I cured them."
The wings?
Yeah.
Were they sick? She has no clue.
Kinda. They're corrupted.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? And she like does the comedy finger through the hole in the sleeve kind of thing.
I said I'm fine. Not my clothing are fine. I'm gonna need a new hat.
Were you wearing
Yeah,
there's a
couple of holes in it. It's not so bad.
Zoe's hat is in Rizwan's backpack.
Oh.
Zoe has a hat, and Zoe has her hiding hat.
Oh, okay.
I like hats, which means Zoe always has a hat. It just doesn't let her hide.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Well, There's a backup one in my pack.
Not in this stupid city. The voice changes when she says that. Very defiant.
So you cast Identify. These are... So these... Make an Arcana check.
Come on, I've had enough decent rolls. You're
I'm
pushing
still
my
going to
luck.
you what this is. I just want to see if... Okay. So these are wings of flying. Like the standard D&D item, wings of flying. You can attune to them and like wear them as wings. You also get the sense that these were not constructed. Like these wings came off of someone or something.
Zoe's eyes go wide. She... Hey, Rizwin, could you find the others?
Rizwin attempts to find people and probably doesn't.
What if we say that we are getting close to the time of we need to go to start swimming up, so everyone is starting to come.
Yeah, like
To the
it
same
probably
place.
it takes you a little bit of time to find everybody's. Like Pert, I think probably finds his way back on his own.
Assemble.
We assemble.
Who are we avenging?
As
my God.
you all get back into the room, you notice that the chest is gone, and Zoe has a bunch of holes in her clothing.
What happened?
I fixed him.
I look at Zoe's clothing. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Can I roll an insight?
With a little nosebleed or something like that. I'm fine.
So, here's the thing. I don't think Zoe thinks she's lying.
She's just running on like adrenaline right now.
Yeah.
Can I... Like, does she look exhausted, tired, hurt, sore?
I don't think her eyes are open. She's kind of looking at you with her eyes shut, opening a little bit and then shut again.
Can I do something? I'm gonna put myself in front of her. Zoe,
Yes, fire.
I feel you need a little bit of healing. I would do it myself, but I need the spell slot, and you can do it with other media. Could you do me the favor of heal yourself?
Kamel just comes along and puts his hand on her head.
That's a thing. Ah.
At the moment, Zoe is out of spell slots, so
Okay,
and
fine.
isn't gonna waste her resources that don't come back on a short rest.
Ask the person that can do healing for free.
How much?
All of it.
How much is all of it?
50.
-5.
-5, 45.
That's not gonna take Zoe to full still.
I mean, you
But
do
I
feel
can-
better.
I can do more. I can just... Because I have the other stuff, too.
Alma can
Right
also
now,
heal.
Zoe's...
I'm trying... Sorry, I didn't want to talk over everyone. Go ahead, Alma.
Alma can also heal. He doesn't use his spell slots much.
I just don't want to use spell slots if we can avoid it. And lay on hands and healing hands are free healing.
And
Yeah,
Amma doesn't have dispel magic.
Yeah, Alma doesn't have all the neat stuff that other people do.
Sorry. You can heal too if you want. Go ahead. I'm not going to take it away from you. That's what you want to do.
Oh, I just mean that if she needs more healing, Alma can do it without having
Go
to
for it.
take someone else's spell
Go
slot.
for it then.
Yeah, she's still down 5.
do we want to blow all the healing lay on hands?
It's
That
our.
was
It's
all of it.
It's
Is the RP on? Everyone is worried about Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mechanicking this. I'm doing it for the RP.
Okay. Well, then Zoe is fine. Without, she's going to take a short rest anyway, so she can use a healing dice to get that last little bit back.
And I think when you say you cleanse the wings, I think Kamel unconsciously just kind of goes over to them and holds them up. Like it's like his heritage, right?
Yeah.
Their wings are flying, and I think they were someone's wings.
Well, maybe would it be alright if I held on to them then? I mean, they're from here, my heritage. I don't know.
Hey, Camille,
Yeah.
make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
No Tochi.
You get, as like you're holding them and you say, hey, can I hold on to these? You get an incredible stabbing pain in your head.
Nope.
And the feeling like you should not be holding on to these.
I put them down.
The pain starts to clear, but it's going to take a minute.
What's wrong, Camille?
That hurt. Those belong to someone. I don't think any of us should use them.
What are you talking about? I was just touching them.
Okay, I think Pert's not so dim as he wouldn't notice this, so he wanders over and just idly adjusts the wings a little bit.
Okay, you touch them. They're very, very light.
He kind of looks at Camille and he picks up the wings.
Camille, you feel... Make me a wisdom check.
Okay. Finally.
Hey, you feel uncomfortable. And you, with a 21, that feeling you think is coming from your deity.
How like when you say uncomfortable, like that this is wrong, no one should touch them.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave them where they belong. Like,
Just leave them holding them is just very,
wrong.
very uncomfortable for you.
Please put them down. My God is not happy you're touching them.
Pert sets them back down. Zoe? Check.
Zoe looks a little nervous, but also wants to know the answer. So she picks them up.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing.
I just had that same like nope.
Okay. Well, it could have been like a worthy thing or something like that. So
can Rizwin walk over and just sort of gently wrap them up in the lining of the thing that is left?
Yeah,
Just
you
to
touch
get
it and
them
it's
out of sight.
and it's a bit slimy. It's kind of gross. Camille, you feel better once they're out of sight. Just even once they were put back down on the ground, something about them just like you didn't even necessarily notice it before. It just like made your skin crawl a little bit.
Like it was wrong that they. I'm just trying to quantify the feeling. Like they were being defiled by people touching them, or
Here's a question: is it the wings that are wrong, or the fact that someone is touching them that is wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, the queen.
Like when you really like noticed it when someone was touching them, but I think like with that 21, with the natural 20, there is this realization as Rizwin wraps them up that like there's been like a very low level of like uncomfortableness that you didn't necessarily register until they were gone.
Like that the wings shouldn't be in the state they are.
I feel like it will be more of like maybe some, let's say, angel was wrongfully damaged in order to get these wings, and they are by default not good.
You get the sense that like what you are feeling is like it's something coming from your deity and they are just not happy about these things being here.
Hey, Zoe, you did that thing before. And Pert kind of does finger waving motions and then makes a popping noise. That sends stuff home, right?
I mean, yeah, but I can't do it for a couple minutes.
Yeah, no rush. You look tired. But maybe that's what Kamail's deity is trying to communicate, that these need to go home.
I think they're just like it's just this overwhelming sense of wrong, right, Jamie? Like I'm just trying to find the right
Yeah.
words for it. Like
Yeah, like I'm trying to because
Like-
you're just getting a feeling and it's can be tough to tell exactly like what that feeling means. Like it's just a feeling, right?
yeah, like it's not like it's not like someone screaming ahead, this is wrong, get rid of them. It's just
Rizwin is still, I think, holding them wrapped up.
Okay.
Is Kamail continued to be upset, or is he feeling better now?
You feel better now that you can't see them.
if I reach my hand out towards them while they're wrapped, is it still a nope?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know what to do with them.
Rizwin will keep watching Kamail's expression and like just start putting them away in a pack of some kind. I guess hers.
Okay. They are big and bulky, but you can like fold them up.
Yeah, she's being like gentle with them, like
Yeah.
but she kind of securely packs them and puts
Do you
them
open
in
your-
something that they could carry it away with.
You're putting them in your pack?
If they'll fit, yeah.
Okay. You open your pack and a little hummingbird flies out.
Oh, did
No!
he get everything?
Womp womp.
I'll try grab him.
No, I go and grab him.
No, I think that's good storytelling, to be honest.
No.
Fire,
man.
you can make an acrobatics check to try and catch it.
Yeah, I
Get mine.
Ooh, you might. The fuck?
yeah, I guess that makes sense because she would have both hands full.
Yeah. You catch it!
Yes. Ow. Ow. Stop pecking me. Ow.
All right, I forgot about that. Hey, should we see if it needs to eat?
It's a machine, isn't it? Are you hungry? Ow.
Pert
Yes,
says
yes, it is hungry.
Hungry for your blood.
Yeah, it wants to eat you.
Pert pulls out another one of his alchemist flasks and offers it to Fire.
Put it inside. Well, before putting it inside, it is a machine, right? It's not an animal.
It is a machine.
Okay.
It is very much a construct.
I put it inside a flask.
Okay.
You
You have to like kind of squish it a little bit to get it in the flask.
Pert takes a good screw from fire and pushes it into the flask as well.
Okay. A little bit of a screeching sound and metal on glass.
Yep, I will keep it.
Rizwin will use the distraction to finish packing the wings away in her backpack.
I think Kamino just goes to a window and just tries to figure out this feeling.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time his gods kind of really went high.
Yeah.
And it was loud and painful.
She will leave the pack where she is and just walk over to Camille, or I guess swim over. Are we supposed to leave it here?
I don't know. I don't want to even look at those things right now. They belong
In a museum.
I think they're the wings of an angel.
Give me 37 minutes, she says as she lays on the ground, and we'll send them home.
Okay, I think he just kind of in his own head is like, is that what you want? Is, what do you want me to
They
do
were
with them?
someone's. I know that much.
Yeah,
They
what I
need it
was
back.
what I was just saying was in my own head, kind of to my god. So
I think she was just reconfirming her own comments.
Okay.
Would
Sorry,
that
what was that?
maybe
What it?
count as a prayer?
yeah, he's praying. He's like, this is like, whoa, shit.
Roll
Like,
me another wisdom check and also restate what you were praying.
is this what you want? Do you want them sent back to where they belong? Like, what do you want me to do with them?
Okay. Wisdom check. You get a feeling of like wrongness and a little bit of like anger in the pit of your stomach.
Anger at like the state of them, that they exist.
I don't think you can tell that. You just feel your god feeling angry. It's not an overwhelming feeling, just like a little bit of bubbling anger
Is it like,
underneath.
to qualify the anger, is it rage? Is it sadness? Is it frustration?
Rage and frustration, I think.
I think I want to either send them back to where they belong or leave them here. I don't know why they're here. I don't know whose they are, but they don't belong to us.
Hey, Jamie, I just had a brain connection that probably Zoe's brain finally caught up to. Can I talk to you in private for a moment?
Yeah, sure. Ty, I'll be back in a bit.
All right, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
Zoe just says they have to go back.
Kavaka found it?
Nope.
I also now know why Zoe was so conflicted with having to hear those.
Having to hear them?
Cure them.
Oh, cure them.
Back.
Welcome back. Is everybody back?
Yeah.
David? That's a no.
Well, my brain is spinning with theories again. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I also have theories.
I think I have answers.
I think I know something, but I'm not going to say anything because it's not part of my story quite yet.
He's back.
Welcome back. Mist, are you still here?
Meow.
Perfect. All right. So short rest
Change
happens.
of plans.
Change of plans.
Zoe just stands up, cracks her. No, she can't. She's about to use her magical item, and it's like, no, I can't. I have to wait. So yeah, she's just.
Okay.
They need to go back. They must go back, and she's trying to hold out and do her short rest again. She looks actively disturbed.
She's probably not the only one.
That's a fish. Fire. Fire, that's a fish.
While Zoe is short resting, I think after Rizwin goes and talks to Camille, Kara comes over. You okay? Camille?
He said he was going to get a drink when I said I was
Oh,
going to the bathroom.
whoops.
So
I thought he said he was back.
Yeah.
I also thought you said he was back.
Also, is Kara talking to Camille or
Camille.
Zoe?
Camille.
Oh.
Pathetic.
Fine.
Maybe we just heard wrong.
I thought he definitely said he was back, but maybe we missed him saying he had to go again. Or, maybe the dog's just being a dog.
Puppy.
Puppy! Look at that puppy. Hear that puppy.
Oh, he might be having internet problems.
I was going to say he might be having not internet.
Yeah.
technically, a lack of internet is still an internet problem.
Look at that puppy.
Puppy?
Wow.
Puppy with audio.
That's not a kitty.
Puppy with audio.
Oh. Very cute.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi, modem had a blip.
That's
So
okay.
last thing I heard is nope, they got to go back.
The last thing that was said was, nope, they gotta go back.
Okay.
So while Zoe is long resting and after Rizwan has talked to Camille, Kara comes over, says, "How are you doing?"
To me or to Zoe?
To you.
Great. That was intense.
Are all gods like that? I mean,
That's-
that was what it was, wasn't it?
It was. The two that I've met were not like that, but I'm assuming gods are like people and all have very different personalities and very strong opinions about things. It was like, imagine someone screaming an emotion into your brain.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. What? You've read a lot more books than I have. What do you know anything about the Watcher and his connection to angels or things like that?
Um, let me roll a religion. Yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot. We don't, like, the Watcher's been here as long as we have records, but that was... I mean, we don't have any more than stories about, like, actual angels.
This is a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Tell your god to use his words.
I've been trying. He's, the Watcher, not the talker, right? I think he just stares out at whatever he's looking at.
Mm-hmm. She just
Lost
settles in beside you.
Lost in thought.
Yeah. Your short rest completes, Zoe.
So he asks Rizwan to lay the item. No. One moment. Okay. She's about to ask Rizwan to lay it out, and I was like, we'll go to another room.
Okay.
And Zoe asks Rizwan to come with her to another room in the area, and she casts banishment on the wings.
Okay.
Jamie, you also said this isn't a creature, so this doesn't work.
I mean, they were part of a creature.
Just looking up banishment here. One creature.
I feel like these are cases where DM can go creature, item, object, whatever. It's up to them. It's whatever fits.
I'm gonna ask you to make another spellcasting check to make this work, because it is not a creature.
Zoe is too worked up at that very moment.
Yeah.
She needs to do this.
Also, it would have been at a disadvantage. Not that it matters.
Why would it be disadvantage?
Because you have 1 point of exhaustion. Ability checks are made at disadvantage.
Okay. So Zoe takes a walk for a moment to calm herself down.
You take a swim.
I think she's literally just swimming in circles.
Just trying to psych herself up.
Yeah. Takes a deep breath of water.
Mm-hmm.
Casts guidance on herself and attempts to do it again.
Okay.
I don't know why I put the spell up. Don't worry about it.
Okay, roll at disadvantage, and then add your d4. Okay.
20?
How's a 20?
20 will do. The wings are gone.
And 60 seconds later, they don't come back?
That's correct.
I think so. It just goes over to Rizwan and hangs off of her.
Rizwan will just Princess carry Zoe at this point, I think.
Think so. Is asleep in Rizwan's arms.
Before you go to sleep, you do hear something. I have DM'd you.
Zoe sleeps a content sleep.
When us trying to get a magic item leads to story.
When player remembers story.
I was wondering when you remember that, because I remember the talk that was you guys had back in Marielda. At the end of the demon arc.
I'll be honest, I couldn't remember if that was in private or in public. So.
It was public. It's the only reason I know about it.
Not always good at remembering useful things.
Alright. Rizwan comes back, carrying Zoe in her arms. Zoe looks just totally beat.
Did the whatever cloth go with it, or was it still there?
No, I think the cloth stayed. Well,
Maybe the cloth went and came back after a minute?
I'm gonna say the cloth went just to make it easy on myself.
Fair enough.
I've given you guys some leeway here. That cloth is gone.
The magic suppressing cloth is gone?
Yeah.
So, pop out of being an octopus. So, Zoe's sleeping.
Let's give her some time to rest.
What if we stay another day and we try for it tomorrow?
People in the city are going to start wondering where the hell I went.
Yeah, and we
Very
still have
morning.
like
It's
we
been
could
like-
still take a long rest and come above ground during darkness, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
if
I
you
was
took
I
a
was
long-
saying I was saying tomorrow in the very morning, or we can go right now. Like Kamel, do you have the spell magic? You
I
have.
have. I can cast it twice.
Okay, I have.
Why don't we give
7.
Zoe a little bit of time to rest, so I don't mean to override you. See how she feels, and then make a decision.
Yeah, I have 7 too.
Me,
Okay,
or,
so
me or Fire could carry her.
I just want to make sure we have enough to cleanse everyone without Zoe to cleanse everyone and get through the ice.
I think we have for everyone. I will suggest, even if Zoe is sleeping, maybe someone can carry her. We can still, if we're gonna go today, we need to go now because it's getting late, and if we will not, it's not a good idea to start swimming in the middle of the lake in total darkness.
Jamie, is Zoe past it enough that she'll still get a short rest even if she's being carried?
I think so.
Like-
I don't think you're out like Zoe is napping. She is not like
Flat out.
flat out
Mhm. Okay.
not going to wake up for 8 hours. Zoe is napping.
Does anybody else have detect magic?
Yes.
I do.
Okay, but that's
I'll
going to
remind you that
It's a first level spell slot. It's fine.
I can do it without a spell slot.
Ty?
I'll just remind you that Zoe never actually needs to sleep. So
That's true.
That's true.
this is just Zoe being out of it for this is Zoe being out of it for a short rest.
Yep, being tired AF.
Okay. Well, then I say we go with the original plan. Wait an hour, see how she feels, go from there. That's not going to impact our plans. 60 minutes is not going to make a big difference.
Okay. Well, while we are short resting,
Mhm.
I think Rizwin will specifically be talking to Kamel and Kara, but kind of everybody at the same time. I don't really know what she says anymore because she's like in a good mood now, as opposed to just a normal mood from before. But the basic thrust of her idea is she is worried about going back to the city. Her and Zoe specifically.
I mean, we can hide you. Like, I've been hiding in the city for a really long time.
Also, regardless of my position within the city, our family is and was a prominent family. We do have some clout.
I don't understand politics, but I understand that with Shiny Boy here, we have all the mighty of Karkamot in our side.
And
Oh yeah, like what he says goes.
If they're after Zoe, hiding is an option. If they're after me, they can probably find me. We don't know how the armor works, but
Rizwin,
it allows them to track me.
If they are after you or Zoe, their ship will be at the bottom of the harbor in less than an hour.
I understand your worrisome, your preoccupations, Rizwin. We don't get how it works, but as we don't get how it works, we have the same basis as being worried in the city as is being here right now. And in the city, we have allies.
They're not the kind of people that ask for permission.
Rizwin, we are one of the richest nations this side of the ocean. We have the biggest navy this side of the ocean. They are one ship.
Like, even if they don't ask for permission, they gonna get punched.
We have regiments of Marines on the island. They
But-
would be insane.
I don't think they're dumb enough to send a battalion into the city to try to find us. I think they'll try to send someone sneaky in and cut our throats in an alley or while we're asleep or something.
And if they do, I will make them regret it.
That's a price they're probably willing to pay.
Well, we'll deal with it, but you don't have to run.
The thing is, if we don't know and we assume the worst, we're gonna be on the run forever. I'm not saying that we face them head on, but also being on the run is not healthy.
If I had to, I will walk down to that ship and challenge their commander 1-to-1.
And also, Rizwin, after all this talk, if you still ask us to not get to the city, I'm with you. Whatever you need.
I think my suggestion was that Zoe and I just leave and wait to meet up with you back in Blackcaster.
No, there's no more hiding. I know who both of you are, and I've seen you fight against demons and undead and gargoyles and God knows what else. I'm not going to let a couple of fanatics make you live in fear.
She gives you the "you just don't fucking get it" laugh.
I mean, you guys did kill, like, some crazy, dark, silence angel lady. Do you really need to be afraid of these people?
You understand the concept of dragons getting stronger as they get older, I assume?
I understand the concept of most things getting stronger as they age in wisdom.
Now imagine the oldest dragon you've ever heard of, who is also a god. That's what Bahamut is.
Well, it's a good thing you have a god on your side.
I would say like 3 at this point.
One counts as two of them count as one. So
Oh, yeah.
just says from her sleep.
So at least 2.
Kara looks very confused.
It's a thing. Split souls and siblings.
Tell me about it later.
Yeah.
We
Regardless,
don't have to fight a big dragon, though, right? It's just a few people.
their paladin isn't with them. We know that.
You said isn't?
Is not, yes.
Yeah.
I am not going to let them hurt my friends. I am not going to let my friends run away because of them. Tough shit.
I don't doubt that the group of us backed by the armies of Karkamont could probably fight and destroy that one ship. But that would be starting a war that we definitely couldn't win. I don't know if Karkamont could win that war.
We could what about until the end of time. I'm telling you how it is.
Confrontation with them is not a good idea.
Also, I don't know how zealous they are, but I don't know if there isn't the best interest to start such war, even if they think they're gonna win. Right? War is a war. Like, I don't know. They're so zealous. I mean, they knew about Zoe on Blackcaster. I feel like Blackcaster is less powerful than Carcamont, and they still didn't do anything.
Anybody participating in this conversation can make an insight check.
Maybe even Kara can. I'll let you do that, Jamie. I don't want to metagame it too much.
Sure.
I don't think Fire completely picks up on everything that's going on, but I think even through the just like there's definitely an element of somebody being terrified of something that was terrifying when they were a kid, but she also is not really wrong about them. They're really powerful.
No, I
Like,
understand.
There's definitely something there to be afraid of.
And I wanna point out, like, outside of role playing, like, I don't know how to do it consistently, but I think Fire will try to be very supportive of Rizwin, like trying to say, "We got your back. We are with you. You're not alone."
You don't need to be afraid anymore, etc., right?
Something like that. More on the realm of we are in this together too. We're not gonna leave you alone because it's, I don't know, quote unquote better.
Here's the real pain in the ass about this. Nibbles really wants Rizwin to go back to the city.
Well,
But
it sounds
she
like
really doesn't want to. I think it's going to boil down to basically whether or not Zoe is willing to cast the spell.
Cast what spell?
Teleport or teleportation circle or whatever would take us back to back caster, because she's not leaving by herself. That's the
I'm
only
gonna.
I'll tell you right now. Meta here, Zoe doesn't want to leave on a boat. She does not want to take another boat trip.
I'll also point out you have to create the teleportation circle here in Carcamont,
Yeah.
What if
which
we,
is going to cost you thousands of gold and time.
what if we met a little bit? I know the opinions of each of the characters, but what if we don't separate the groups in two different cities, and
Yeah,
two,
please.
and two, we allow the characters who are finishing a story in this city to finish their story.
Those of you from the area would also know, like, this is hurricane season. Boat trips are not, especially going from like here to Sheras, they can be a bit unreliable and a bit scary. On the one hand, it makes a lot of sense that Zoe doesn't want to be on a boat, but splitting the group and having a boat trip in between right now is like, it's not a sure bet.
It's probably better for us to all deal with the stuff here and then teleport to Bycaster.
Is it fair to say that, and mostly for Ty, like we continue going back and forth like this for the entire duration of the short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, Zoe is cognizant to the point where she's like, "No, we're leaving together. Deal with it." Basically.
Yes. Also,
leaving together and not on a boat.
Yeah.
Teleportation circle is 50 gold. It does require some chalk and ink.
Oh, I thought it was more.
And it's a 1 minute cast time.
Yeah, you're thinking of creating a permanent one, which takes a year.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
That's okay. You cannot cast teleportation circle underwater, Ty.
Also that.
I'm not arguing that. It's just like if we go back to town and it's like we need to leave now.
Yeah. Also, we're really not done here yet.
Yeah, she was not trying to convince the entire group to leave. She was just suggesting that she and Zoe leave and wait for y'all to catch up.
No, I respect the RP, but I think it's better to keep everyone together to facilitate. Sorry, I just want to finish my thought. To facilitate continued RP with, because I'm interested to see how that dynamic plays out with the Platinum Army and all this.
When you start talking about teleporting off the island rather than taking a boat, Pert goes, but we're so close to Lita.
You are. You're about as close as you'll ever be.
And
Without
Pert's
being
making
there.
very, come on!
Mhm.
Let's
Gestures.
not. I am politely putting my foot down. As someone who has stuff to do here, let's put a pin in this for now. We'll deal with it after.
Yes. Let's stop dealing. Let's leave the question of what we're gonna do next to other day.
Until we're figuring out what we have to do next.
Okay. Zoe, you have completed a short rest. Again.
For the 5th time today?
Yeah.
Just warlock things.
Yeah. And Pert, you're pretty sure that you're getting to like late afternoon by now.
And it takes a while to swim up, even for me. So for the rest of them, it'll take quite a while to swim up.
Yeah. You figure now is probably a good time to leave.
Is there anything else we need to grab?
How about we end it here, and then you have one more week to think if there's anything else you want to do before you leave this place behind.
There's nothing I want to
No.
do. There's nothing I want to do.
I want to leave this
Yeah.
place now.
I want to get out. If we're done here, I want to leave here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that we hate this place, but I think it's just done.
We've spent no offense. We spent 5 weeks underwater.
Okay, let's go for like another couple of minutes then.
Also, I want more D&D.
2 more minutes. You all gather yourselves. I think Kara chooses to swim with Meralda.
Mhm.
Guiding her up. I assume you're just going straight up?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you swim away from the sunken city, its white marble spires fading from your vision, you transition into this endless expanse of black. You get this like moment of you're not entirely sure that you're swimming up.
That's why I didn't want to swim in the dark.
It's very disorienting, but it is dark. It's very, very dark here. And as you swim, you hear in your head, "Oh, you're back. You made it. Excellent."
God damn it.
And that's where we're going to end.
Yeah.
You have one last thing to finish down here.
Well, at least I'm only down 1 level 2 spell slot. And all my lay on hands.
It's a nice touch, actually.
When's Sunday?
7 days.
No, too much.
Yeah.
We didn't
Sorry
just
for
watch The Ring or anything.
I didn't want, like, I originally didn't want to end it on a cliffhanger like that because so much had already happened, but if you guys were like, no, let's get the fuck out of the city, then y'all get a cliffhanger instead.
Yeah, that's fine. It was just like we could faff and explore for literal
Sure.
hours.
Yeah.
A lot of us love to just add little bits of flavor, but if it's not doing anything, it's kind of just spinning
I
our
understand
wheels.
that. You made it out of the city.
Sorta.
Kinda.
We're out of the city. We're not out of the lake.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone doing?
I am so glad I rolled high on that wisdom.